So in terms of you and the day-to-day life when you're part of the Colombo family, I mean, I want to talk about the about being sworn in. Is it the omerta?
Omerta, yes.
Omerta, yeah.
That's the oath you take.
And is that as it seems when we watch it in the movies?
Yeah, when I see certain depictions of that in film, it always looks cartoonish to me.
Yeah, right.
But in reality, it's a very solemn, very serious ceremony. It's not cartoonish at all. It's very foreboding. It's designed to make you understand the seriousness of what you're getting involved in. So in my case, after a 2.5-year pledge period, I was a recruit. I had to prove myself. It happened on Halloween night, 1975. And I think you celebrate Halloween here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
Okay. Halloween night, 1975. It was 6 of us that night that took the oath. And we walked into a room individually. The boss was seated at the head of like a horseshoe configuration, underboss consigliere to his left and right, and all the capo regimes or captains were alongside of them. We had about 15 in our family at that point. And walked down the aisle, stood in front of the boss, dimly lit room, late at night, and held out my hand. He took a knife, cut my finger, some blood dropped on the floor. This is a blood oath. I cupped my hands. He took a picture of a saint. Mm-hmm. Catholic altar card, put it in my hands, lights it aflame, didn't hurt, it burnt quickly, it was merely symbolic. And he said, tonight, Michael Franzese, you are born again into a new life, into Cosa Nostra, this thing of ours. Violate what you know about this life, betray your brothers, and you will die and burn in hell like the saint is burning in your hands. Wow. Do you accept? Yes, I do. Very serious. I mean,
you remember those words clear as day like that?
Oh, absolutely. Very, very clear. And a lot of people misunderstand what the oath of omerta is. Right. They think that when you take the oath of omerta, you're agreeing to lie, steal, kill, cheat, maim. That's not it at all. As part of that life, obviously, there's violence. But the oath of omerta means silence. You're never supposed to even admit that the life exists. Uh-huh. Not only that you're not a part of it, that it doesn't even exist. And obviously that's been, broken and violated many, many times, both by people who've done it, like myself, uh-huh. or on wiretaps and surveillance information.
Does it still exist now, though?
Still exists in the United States. Not nearly what it was during my time.
Yeah.
Because the racketeering laws have devastated that life, and the arsenal of weapons the government now has just devastated it. But it still exists, no doubt.
The crazy thing about your life and life, I think, in the Mafia, from what I can see and what I've read, is it's a combination of duty and obligation and trust and, the tradition, mixed with sporadic and not indiscriminate, but sporadic violence, mixed with creative accountancy. Mm-hmm. I mean, so they're kind of quite different worlds, and yet they marry successfully.
Yes.
Right. So when you first started being a capo, were you thinking, where are my options here? How do I stand out? How do I make this money? How do I stand out from the crowd? Because the amount of money you end up making, what are you bringing in a week?
We were bringing in $8 to $10 million a week average.
So your bosses must be over the moon at this.
What's that?
Your bosses must be over the moon at this.
Well, yeah, kind of.